Hi, good morning to whoever is putting together Linda's cages. We wanted to make a quick video to show some of the idiosyncrasies of her particular project that we've never encountered before, but we solved them in a couple ways that are a little bit hard to explain, so we thought we'd just show you. First of all, she's ordered two pretty much identical stackable cages, and by stackable that means there's a cage on top of another one, and they actually lift off, and in the corner of these cages, on all four corners and again in the middle, there's a little peg that kind of locks these upper and lower ones together. When you put those in those holes, all six of them should fall down right on themselves like you see, but it takes a little jiggling sometimes, so I just want to make you aware of that, and sometimes a little rubber mallet on the top. But the cage gets put together with a 4mm Allen wrench that we send you. If you want, I bought one to put in my cordless drill at Home Depot or Lowe's, and the 4mm bit goes in here. You just have to remember to turn the torque way down on your screwdriver so that when you're finished screwing them in, it doesn't send the screw on into the plastic. I'm going to be using this for the video to make things go a little faster. We've got a top and a bottom, a top and a bottom. The trick was that Linda wanted these two at some point to maybe be joined together, but only the bottom be joined together so that the whole area was one. So in order to do that, we made sides on what we call our left cage, and you'll see the label here says left front. There's a label on the back that says left back. Same with this one, it says right front, right back, right top, right floor, left floor. That's kind of important for this because as long as the left cage and the right cage are put together correctly, then the extra holes that we put in will make sense. And to jump to the final goal, we're going to take off this panel within a panel here. I've loosened all the screws and on this one, and then we're going to join it together, and I'll show you. But to do that, we have to open the cage because those bolts that hold this panel in are here, here, and two on each side, and they have to come out from the inside of the cage. So I've loosened all of them before, and then this panel just lifts out. And that's what I wanted to point out here, that there's threads here, 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 and here, and here, and here that will bolt that in, but they'd have to be put in from the inside of the cage. So I'm going to take the other one off this other cage. In the same way. And now what Linda's asked for is two cages that the bottoms can be bolted together, but the tops are separated. And that's where the problem came in. Not the problem, the challenge. Because when we put these two cages together, she had asked for some plexiglass right here and here, and plastic on the bottoms, but that separates the cage with about 1/4 of an inch or so here. So I explained to Linda that we're going to have to deal with that a different way. This top unit will just have to be set aside for the moment. And I'll take that peg out in a minute. But what I want to show you is the bolts that hold this side panel on will have to be taken off. And then there's another set of holes nearby and a longer bolt that we'll include in the package for you that goes in this bottom hole through the next pipe, and it's going to go into a new set of threads that we put on the corresponding side panel. So that's why there's a difference in side panels. This side panel has a hole here, this side panel has a bolt here, and when those cages are supposed to be joined together, then those will match up. And we've got those here and here, same on the back and on the top and the floor. And that's why it's important that this top panel be the left one and this one be the right one, because this one has holes in the top panel and this top panel doesn't. Or this side panel has holes in the front panel and the back panel. You'll understand what I mean when you try and set this up. But if you just put it together according to the labels, where it says this is the rightmost side panel of the left cage, this says left front panel, on the back it says left back panel, left top panel, left floor panel. If you get the cages set up in the first place correctly, then you'll just have to kind of refresh yourself with this video and know that you have to take out these screws here that are actually part of the challenge too, because those screws touch each other and they keep the two pieces of plastic from coming together. And then also this plexiglass, which we'll deal with in a second, but we've gotten rid of that plastic on the bottom. There's still a little bit of a crack here. So the final thing then would be, when these two are together, that top cage feels like I was extracting a tooth there. So when these are together, this top cage, this one can stay where it is because it's got the little risers in there, but this one will just have to be butted up against it. And it will probably be offset just about that much. So the bottom cage will be bolted together and the top two cages will have still a little gap between them. And there's really no other way to do that with the bottom being joined and the top not being joined together. Hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, give us a call.